So something I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit. It makes me quite uncomfortable to talk about, but I'm open and honest. When I record these videos, I'm more open with you guys than I am some of my own friends and family. So I'll say it anyway. Until not even that long ago, maybe like a year or two ago, nearly every time I'd go out to meet my friends for a night out, imagine we're going out for the evening, going around a few bars. If I had even the slightest feeling that they were going to bring along a few people who I didn't know, because we tend to go out with bigger groups, and some of my friends are quite well connected. They have loads of other friends. If there were people there who I didn't know, and I knew that ahead of time, I get into the town or the city early, and I go to a bar on my own, and I get a couple of rounds in. I get a couple of shots of vodka or a few beers, anything just to help me loosen up. Because I knew that if I didn't do that, I would risk coming across as the socially awkward guy. The person who, when he tried to initiate a conversation with someone else, would just be super tense, visibly uncomfortable, freezing up, having all sorts of awkward silences, awkward moments. And the way I looked at it, I'd just be bringing the vibe down. Like, I'm sure this is more common than you think. I mean, I know lots of people go out for pre-drinks with their friends before they go to like the main location, the club or wherever. But I'd be drinking on my own. Or sometimes I'd be like walking down into town and I'd be like necking a few cans of beer. More than anything else, just so I could tolerate the environment, just being comfortable in an environment full of, some of these bars are full of people my age. I'd just be super uncomfortable with that idea. And my anxiety would just be through the roof, sometimes to the point where I would be feeling sick. Now, a lot of people would put that down to just like anxiety. I'm socially anxious, or I'm awkward. When social anxiety, yes, it's part of the problem, but it's more of a symptom. Because most people don't realize what this comes down to. Those anxious feelings, in the simplest way possible, the way I describe it is just a feeling of not being safe in your environment. Your nervous system expecting something bad to happen, anticipating some form of danger that may or may not be there. But my mind or my nervous system has over a long time built up this association. New and unfamiliar people, there's some kind of chance here that they're going to cause me some kind of pain. I'm not reacting to the present right now, I'm reacting to things that have happened to me in the past. Because your nervous system is clever like this. It stores up your emotional wounds, times where you felt so bad. Those experiences where you felt so embarrassed and humiliated. And ultimately what the nervous system is there to do is to stop you from feeling that pain again. It's pretty simple, like it's much more, your nervous system is much more clever than you think. Like a good example of this is when I walk down my road, many years ago, there's like this massive hedge. I can't see what's on the other side of it. It's someone's garden. And out of nowhere, I just get jump scared by this fucking dog at like 2 a.m. This dog just starts barking and barking at me like it wants to fucking kill me on the other side of this hedge. From then on, like 5 years later, I still won't walk on that side of the road. Or I'm walking down, I like veer off to the other side because of this dog that it may not even be alive now. Your nervous system wants to protect you from feeling that pain again. And in school, I know for sure that environments where I felt like I was being evaluated were not safe. Because 99% of the time where I had like a lot of people looking at me or evaluating me, it was when I was getting bullied or humiliated. The teacher picks on you in class, you're not paying attention, the entire class laughs at you. Or you're getting bullied at every opportunity. It's things like that that have made me weary of new people, because I'm afraid of like the potential humiliation. It doesn't even make that much sense to me. But the fact is, I'm aware this is not any danger that I'm in right now. I'm afraid of the past, and that's what's making me feel like I need to numb my nervous system with alcohol to the point where I can tolerate these new environments and these new people. So I could end the video here because this is new knowledge to most people. This has been some truly groundbreaking learning for me. You're not reacting to the present, you're reacting to the past. But I want to give you guys some highly practical information. I want to talk to you about what I replaced this like pre-nightly ritual that I had of going to the bar and drinking. How I learned to not rely on alcohol to feel comfortable and honestly start feeling confident, like build on that foundation of comfort and actually feel like confident to express myself socially. So I replaced that ritual of going off and getting hammered on my own with something very simple. And that was a 20-minute phone call, either with my brother or with one of my close friends. I literally just called my brother for like 20 minutes, ask him how his day was, have a laugh, chat all sorts of shit. It's got to be someone who you trust. And somehow that would make me feel slightly more comfortable going into that environment. Now see, the reason is I'm not feeling safe about going to this place, so I need to do something to warm up my nervous system or bring some form of safety, experience some form of safety before going and doing this challenging thing. And by the time I go and do that, I'll be feeling ever so slightly more confident about going to that place. So for me, oftentimes when I go out, I might have just been sitting in my room all day. I might have been working. I might have not even talked to anyone, heard the sound of my own voice. So something very, very simple, like talking, just waffling, having a good time, talking to someone you're very close with, someone you feel safe expressing yourself around, that can be the difference maker. That can make you feel more comfortable just talking out loud and hearing the sound of your own voice. Like, don't knock it until you try it, because this is very effective. Something else I might do, which is, imagine we're kind of working up in levels to going to that final location. I might go into a shop and just buy a pack of gum and ask the shopkeeper 2 questions. How was your day going? And have you had any interesting customers? Just that short, however long you want it to be, conversation with a stranger, that's getting you out of your comfort zone in a small way, warming up your nervous system, like going up in those small levels instead of just going 0 to 100. Going 0 to 100, that's what makes you freak out. Going from sitting in your room to like a high pressure social environment like a bar. Honestly, if you keep working up in levels, like have a phone call, level 2, go and speak to like a cashier or someone like that. Level 3 could be going and complimenting a stranger, like saying, I like your outfit today. Done. That's enough to warm up your nervous system to the point where you're like, okay, I think I can handle this now. I'm not going to make this video longer than it needs to be. Just know I do this warm up literally every time I go out. I still have a couple of drinks on a night out. I don't go crazy. I rarely go crazy because I no longer feel like I need to dull my senses to the point of like feeling comfort in my environment. I'm not like hyper extroverted. I'm not the loudest person in the room, but I like getting around different people and talking to them one-on-one. New people, they don't really like set something off in me like before. So yeah, that's it. Take care. See you in the next one.